welcome back to the close-up view. Similar to the second episode, we're going over another 2010 model kit. This model is the base kit for a lot of other master grade that Bandai released in the past 10 years. Its well-known level can be compared to the Granddaddy RX-78-2. This can be proved by the fact that there's a 1:1 scale model display in the Gundam base Tokyo in Odaiba, Japan. Yes, we are having a look at the 1/100 master grade Unicorn Gundam today. Again, my skill level start by snap build, panel line, out-of-the-box decal, and minor color correction or adjustment. So on our left is the box art, which display both modes of this model kit, the Unicorn mode and the Destroy mode. Obviously, the version that catch our attention would be the Destroy mode in the front. The major difference after the transformation is the appearance of the cycle frame. Okay, so on the right, the accessory include a shield, hyper bazooka, beam Magnum, and 2 effect part of the beam Saber. So let's move on to the question, is this model still good to buy in 2020? Should you still buy this model in 2020? Considering that Bandai released the Master Grade Extreme line and its first kit is the Unicorn Gundam full package. And it's packed with a lot of other very cool features. So going back to this model, the main selling point is the transformation between the Unicorn and the Destroy mode. But before we get into that, let's have a quick look at the accessory first. Alright, here we have is the beam Magnum. According to the story setup, the output of this weapon is 4 times stronger than a normal beam gun, and it can only perform 5 shots per reload. On this part, the design is anime accurate, and the magazine are formed by 5 separate parts. It also comes with a spare set that you can store in the back skirt. If you want to have a loading post, the magazine can be detached as well. Moving on with the Hyper Bazooka, even though it does not come with a multiple color, a lot of the detail are embedded in the bazooka. The barrel can be extended and the magazine can also be detached as well. So the next is the beam Saber. There are 4 beam Saber in the total for this model, one on each arm and 2 stored on the backpack. Unfortunately, the beam effect is sort of clear blue and they only give us 2 of them, which is not very noticeable. Moving on with the shield is the only accessory that has a different appearance depending on the mode of the mobile suit. In my opinion, the design of the shield has assembled the horse face when it is in the Unicorn mode. To transform into the Destroy mode, you just need to pull down the lower part of the shield and then pull the cycle frame out. Alright, enough of the accessory, so let's move on to the model. First, let's have a look at the Unicorn mode. Unlike the majority of the model kit, the Unicorn mode is like a white canvas, so panel line and decal make the kit look materialized. For this model, I would highly recommend to do panel lining because many tiny details won't be easily spotted without doing so. In addition, the transformation gimmick brings in some small gap and it merged well with some of the panel line area. In this mode, the articulation of the upper body is still acceptable, even though it cannot do any pose require wide range of mobility. In contrast, the articulation of the lower body is very poor, especially the knee joint. I can only do a 90-degree bend. The ankle joint is limited by the armor surrounding it. The waist joint has more mobility compared to the knee and the ankle, but it still gets restricted by the front and the side skirt. So moving on to the Destroy mode, let's have a quick look at the transformation. A lot of parts on the upper body cannot be locked, and the connection is quite weak. The torso is the most stable part after the transformation. The top shoulder armor tend to pop out easily while posing. The same happened to the arm size armor. The lower body shares the same problem. Many armor parts tend to not stay in place after locking it. The cycle frame on the knee can be cumbersome while posing. If the knee joint and the ankle joint are bad in the unicorn mode, it gets a bit worse in the disjoint mode. Alright, in conclusion, with all the negative comment up there, how are we going to answer those two questions that we put on the front? When this model kit was released in 2010, it was the first of the Unicorn Gundam line to have the transformation gimmick. Even though the articulation is very poor, the appearance of this model kit is undeniable. Compared to the Banshee in the same master grade, the color combination of this model is much better because the red cycle frame on top of the white armor is vivid. However, if you are not a big fan of the master grade kit, the real grade can be a good buy since its articulation is top notch. The only drawback of the real grade is that it has a toyish look from some angle. If you're okay with that, you can get the real grade. It was very good. And if you dislike the articulation of this model kit but still want a 1/100 scale model, you can consider the new master grade extreme line. It is a little bit pricey for a regular collector though. Personally, for this model, I would just buy one model from the unicorn line for the display purpose. Also make sure you invest on a display stand if you want to do some cool pose, and you have to be very patient with this model kit. So yeah, that is everything I have for this model. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you later.